Welcome to the lab. Today we're going to be putting in an NG tube. So real simple process. We're putting an NG tube down through the nose into the stomach to suction out gastric juices or maybe pills if they've swallowed too many pills, something like that. So what we're going to grab is we're going to grab a Salem sump, and we are in a makeshift nursing lab in my basement, so we don't have all the supplies, so we have to get a little creative. What I don't have is gloves, so you would make sure you always wear gloves. This is sticky, gooey, wet, not yours. Always wear gloves. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to be like, hey, Mr. Johnson, we're going to put an NG down to you, down through your nose into your stomach. Mr. Johnson's probably not going to like this a whole lot, so it's really good to always have a friend with you. So we're going to grab this. What we're going to do is we're going to measure from nose tip to ear down to the xiphoid process, and then I usually go a little bit further. You can see that it's already marked with tape. That's because that's how we'll usually mark it, with that or a permanent marker if you have it. Mr. Johnson, I'm going to give you a glass of water that I'm going to tell you to drink at a certain point in time. And then we're going to ask, have you ever had any problems with your nose, anything broken, any deviated septum or nose surgeries? Making sure that we are really safe in going down there. You can even check by having them close one nostril and breathe, and do the same with the other. And that just helps you get that patency to make sure that you can get the tube down. All right, sir. I'm going to put some lube on just the first little bit. And sometimes people get kind of sick, so you can always have a little emesis basin for them. All right, kind of hold still. We're going to go in. And plastic on plastic never goes quite as smooth. At some point in time, when it crosses over the back of the mouth into the uvula, it's going to cough a little bit, kind of let that coughing settle down. This is when the drinking water is really important. Drinking water allows the NG to follow the fluid and get into the stomach and not the lung. All right, can you take a couple sips of water? Okay. And then we continue to keep advancing. It's really good if they swallow, if you advance with each swallow. All right, so we'll say we're at our line. I'm a person that likes to always tape stuff down first. Kind of tape it down, get it well attached. A lot of places now have things that you can, specific ones that attach to it. I'm going to listen for air placement. So I've got air in a syringe. Go on my stomach. Listen. I'm going to hear a big glug kind of sound. And the other thing, Mr. Johnson just drank water, so I should get water back into residual. And so I should see green contents, or if they've been vomiting, the same contents they're vomiting. Something that's really important is if we go in the lung, things that you're going to see is a desaturation. You're also going to see if they're coughing and just can't catch their breath, we might be in the lung. We never, never, never instill any food or anything into this until we do an x-ray. You see this white line on here, it's radio opaque. We always want to x-ray it first to make sure it's safe. For you guys doing your videos at home, you don't have all these supplies, so I want you to get creative and practice. You could use a cord to practice with and just measuring, okay, that tip down, talking to your patient, talk about advancing and putting it in, and then doing all the steps that go with it. So you could use a cord, you can use a shoestring, you can use a cooked spaghetti noodle, whatever you want to try and make this fun. You can do it on your kid, you can do it on a stuffed animal, your pet, if they'll sit still long enough. But the point is to be creative. If you're doing it on a live person, don't actually put it in. It's more to see that you know the steps of the skill, not that you can actually perform the skill. So have fun with it, and we'll see the videos that you make. Thanks, guys.